Hello, HCI family. I hope this call finds you healthy and, more importantly, staying safe. Today, I want to talk to you about all the government stimulus programs that are going on to try and get our economy going. I'm doing this because a number of you asked me questions about what it means to us, the company, and to us individually. So basically, here's my ad hoc response to the question. There's three programs that the government's got, and we'll discuss each of them individually. The first program is the government stimulus program. And what that basically is that anybody making less than, a single person making less than $75,000 a year gets $1,200, or a married couple who makes less than $150,000 gets $2,400, plus there's some additional money on a per child basis that is given. This money is given automatically, and if you have filed your tax returns the right way, it may already be in your bank account. I have done an informal poll of asking a number of our associates if they received the money, and a lot of people seem to have got it. So it's a program that seems to be not only in place, but also seems to be generating funding. Obviously, it's relevant to most people who are listening to this video because most of us make less than $150,000 a year as a married couple, so this should help those people out. The second program the government has is to try and help the people that have become unemployed. And to give you an idea as to how much this has happened, in the last 4 or 5 weeks, 26.5 million Americans have lost their jobs. Here in Florida, it's about 1.5 million people. Now, unfortunately, most of us listening to this are also in Florida. And what's happened in Florida is, despite the 1 million plus people losing their jobs, only about 40,000 people have actually received any funds. Now, what are the funds and how are they? Well, the funds basically are that you will get whatever Florida offers as unemployment, which is $245, but the federal government will give you a further $600 a week. So you could make $845 a week for some number of weeks if you're unemployed. This whole program isn't really relevant to us because we're not laying people off, nobody's been furloughed or anything else, and there is a second side to this where some people like that program because they may make more money unemployed than they do while employed. Again, that doesn't apply to us because most of the people listening to this make more than the $845 a week. So, and that's without benefits, by the way, just for those of you that are keeping track. So, given all of those things, that program doesn't have any relevance to us. The third program, which is more aimed at corporations like HCI Group, is what's called the PPP, and the government has put close to $1 trillion behind this thing. And what that lets you do is, if you're an employer with less than 500 employees, you are basically being incentivized to keep your employees on the payroll. In a way, you could look at it that the government is trying to ensure that people stay on payroll so they don't have to apply for unemployment, given that the unemployment systems are overwhelmed at the moment. So they're making that funds available. Does HCI qualify for them? Yes, we do, in the sense of we're under 500 employees and we meet all the criteria. Having said that, have we applied for any of those funds? No, we have not, right? And the reason we have not is because there is an item that you'll be doing this if you needed the funds to keep your employees on the payroll. We do not. Therefore, we did not apply. So I just wanted you to understand the three different programs that go on, and obviously they will apply differently to different individuals. Having said that, I want to talk to you about something that is unique to us, something that we're calling HCI Cares. And what this is that even though we've kept everybody safe and everybody who works for HCI and the family, and we've tried to protect them, people also have spouses, people have kids, people have lots of other expenses, and we have amongst our midst, I'm sure there are people who have difficulty paying bills, not because of losing any income from HCI, but their spouse may have lost a job, etc. We all know there are people out there who are less fortunate than we are in this current crisis. So what we're doing is we're starting a new program called HCI Cares. This is nothing to do with HCI Group per se. This is all about all of us as individuals. And what the idea of HCI Cares is that if you feel blessed and you would like to help a fellow HCI person and or their family or America as a whole, get hold of Stephanie Corrado and say to give you information. And it's going to take a few days to get going, but basically it's a means of everybody contributing a few dollars to put together in a pool. What would we do with this pool of money, you ask? What I like to use the pool of money for is because some of our associates who are less fortunate and need help, in keeping health insurance going for their spouse, paying electric bills, paying rent, whatever it may be, they can, address HR, and maybe some of the money from the pool can be used to pay those bills. At no time will HCI benefit financially from this pool, so just that we are clear, and we are not part of it. The second part of it is we should all agree that any money left over in the pool when this is over will be donated to Feeding America, because that will go to help feed Americans who you see in those lines. So this is a plan that we are trying to get going. It's little more than a concept yet, but I am going to make a contribution to get it going and rolling. And this is me personally. But all of you are willing to participate, and basically it's two things. If you want to put money in and participate, call Stephanie Corrado or send her an email so you can be counted as who we should reach out to when we have means of taking in funding. On the other side, if you are one of those people who do need some financial assistance, contact Sabrina Taylor in HR, who will again make a list of the names so that we can, as the funds get collected, can be appropriately distributed to those in need. So that's a very simple, basic item, because I know all of you out there are sitting there looking at all of the things that are going on and say, what can we do to help? This might be a simple way that we can all, or those of us that can, chip in. With that, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you for your hard work and commitment. God bless.